Champions Manchester City eyeing a fourth consecutive Premier League crown. Arsenal chasing their first league title for 20 years. But for now, Liverpool are top, and they know that at least one of their rivals is about to drop points. 3 points their advantage now. Arsenal can go back on top because of their superior goal difference, but only with a victory here. Man City can only get within 1 point of the lead if they are to win. And they have key players on the sidelines again today. Ederson hasn't made it. Kyle Walker misses out as well after injury on England duty. John Stones is on the bench, but Kevin De Bruyne, crucially, is in City's starting lineup, which includes a back four that are playing together for the first time in Akanji, Diaz, Ake and Gvardiol. Rodri, a key player in the City midfield alongside Kovacic, and it's Foden and Bernardo Silva providing width. Erling Haaland through the middle. Arsenal almost back to full strength. Jakub Kiwior playing at left back. Jorginho comes into the midfield. Kai Havertz in the forward position, and Gabriel Jesus lining up against his former club. And just look at that Arsenal bench. The strength is there, really, only apart from Jurrien Timber right now. They are at full strength. We can hear from both managers in this key contest, Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola, with Patrick Davison.
Well, Pep, big game in front of your people, your supporters. Do you look forward to moments like this? Do you feel like they bring the best out in your team?
To arrive here, both teams, you have to do many good things. So arrive in the last period of the season in the Premier League, when you have 10 games left, it's at the end. So start for today.
Well, Mikel, top opponent, high stakes game, but you said in the week, embrace the moment. How important is that you enjoy it, that you attack the challenge?
You have to. You want to be in these situations, and now you have to step up. And in order to do that, you really have to feel the energy. You're looking forward to play these kind of games and go for it. This is who we are.
Does experience count for something now? All the things that you've won in the past, do they give you the belief that you can go on and win things again this season?
But the experience gave you 3-0 before the start of the game, yeah. But I think it's not going to happen.
Give you a bit of inner belief, no?
No, I believe who we are, yeah, of course. And I don't know the people, but me as a manager, knowing these players for many years together, and I don't know what's going to happen today, but never ever are we going to doubt 1 second of belief about what they are capable of.
Is much of the challenge today mental? City seem to have an aura at this stage of the season, a sense maybe from the outside world that they're going to go on a run, they're going to get it done. How do you free your players of that kind of mentality?
Well, with experience and doing it. The best way to do it is to believe that you can do it and actually do it. And once you have through those moments, and we have a lot in the last 2 seasons that we have done it, if not, we wouldn't be in the position that we are, you have to continue to do the same thing.
And it is, in some ways, Judgment Day here for Arsenal, isn't it? And for 1 or 2 former Manchester City players in this Arsenal squad, including Gabriel Jesus, who starts today. Gabriel Martinelli is on the Gunners' bench. So what do you expect from him, Theo?
The thing about Jesus, I always believe that he's someone that the ball sticks to him, and he can also get out of situations that many players can't. And of course, you know, Man City will at times be defending in a deep block, and he's the sort of person that can actually open up defensive in a different sort of style, that sort of Brazilian sort of showpiece I suppose we see. But it's great to see him back, and not just him as well, just the whole squad now as well. It's looking really strong, like we were saying there. It's looking like an Arsenal team that are here to actually mean business today.
Expect him to start from a wide position?
I am expecting him to start from a wide position today, be it because Havertz, for me, is really stood out that I didn't really expect, to be fair. I've been a little bit critical of his goal tally and what sort of position he needs to play at, but I think Mikel Arteta has found his position. Not just that, you've got to give credit to Havertz, because I think every time he scores, in his last 9 anyway, they seem to win, especially when he scores first. So, and the confidence, as players, you score goals, you breathe confidence, and he's a player right now that's playing to all of his strengths, and now he's started to, it always takes time when you join a club as well, but he's starting to now fit in. I think the Arsenal fans are starting to warm to him, really so now.
Is it a concern, Micah, that from Manchester City's perspective, they have a goalkeeper who is not their first choice and a back four which clearly has not been their first choice either this season?
Well, I think it's always a concern when you can't play with your preferred back five. Of course, you've got sort of 4 centre halves there. You know, Akanji is known for playing at the back, Ake as well, but he can play left back. Guardiola looks like he's playing in the middle, which Guardiola has been playing on the left, which I haven't seen too much of. Maybe he's thinking tactics-wise, he wants maybe Ake to deal with a Saka, maybe because he's a little bit more mobile.
Would you expect one of this back four to step in, and if so, who would it be?
Well, it's been very interesting because Akanji's been stepping in, certainly from centre-half positions. He doesn't quite do it as well as Stones, but he does try to do it. He'll even come in from the right back into midfield as well. And the other thing I'm interested in, obviously, Kovacic being in there just for that little bit of protection as well. We talk about back four and needing that, just some legs in there just to give you a breather at times. So, yeah, a little bit of a worry, but they're experienced players.
And if we think about Arsenal's awful record here, Roy, having lost their last 7, does Declan Rice change the dynamic for them in games like this?
Yeah, well, obviously that's what he's been brought to the club for, that physicality, his quality, the fact he's obviously managed to get some goals as well and assists, he's on set plays. Yeah, that's why you pay the big money for players to come to your club. He was obviously going to settle in Arsenal very quickly because he's based in London, he's played in the Premier League, of course, and they give him that physicality, that quality, that personality. You pay big money, and that is to perform in the big games, and this is where we'll judge Declan Rice today. You've come to the club. Can you get Arsenal over the line in the big games? He's obviously settling very quickly. I'm intrigued to see how he does today because I obviously love what I suppose Man City's midfield is, and it's a big test for Arsenal. I go back to any big game you look at. If you can win the midfield battle, it gives you a great chance of winning big football matches.
And are Arsenal coming here in better shape than last season, Theo, if you think about the fact that Saliba was one of those who was missing in the defeat here last season?
Well, the fact that they got 7 Premier League away sort of clean sheets, and he's a factor that they missed last season, and at such still a very young age, and the amount of games he's played, very experienced already, and he doesn't even start for France. And it's so, I'm sure, you know, Mikel Arteta will be pleased that all these players have come back fitness, but yeah, he's an absolute giant of a defender, very similar to Virgil van Dijk. I think it's very similar in sort of their abilities, but he's going to be key today. But Arsenal, they look really up for it. You're worried, aren't you, today? I can see.
I'm impartial.
He's an Arsenal fan.
The Man City ambassador, that's awkward.
They come... You're being outed before the even game's kicked off, Mike.
Can we go to the break? Come on.
They come here, don't they, Arsenal, with players in form, in fitness as well, and full of confidence with this 8 straight wins behind them. City are the champions for very good reason. It's on the way.
You'll never stop this thing. I will never let you go.
More live sport following us tonight. British and Commonwealth titles on the line when Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark go head-to-head.